Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to tell you a piece of my mind. And you know me, I'm always going to tell you a piece of my mind. Before I get into any of that, make sure that you subscribe. Love to hear your comments, especially on this one. But you know what? I'm back in action. There was some action yesterday, and I got to talk about it. TJ High School. My son, I got 2 kids to go there. Now, I'm going to tell you, I went to the open house. I had a really good time. I talked to a couple teachers, a couple administrators, and I would say that they have a good group of individuals at that school. SROs, I've dealt with SROs all over Frederick County, and I will tell you this. I've never met one that had a really nasty attitude or wanted any kind of harm to the children. So I'm going to start that off right from the get-go. But we got to talk about this gang-related comment. Now, I've brought this gang-related comment up a couple of times in my post, in my video. I talked about gang-related being said during Jayon's murder at the Burger King. We know that the young man that killed Jayon now, thank God, got 45 years for his incarceration. As soon as the event happened, guess what happened? Gang-related was said. Now, WFND started this whole thing off, and when they posted gang-related about the Jayon situation, I called them out, even went and had a meeting with them. They apologized, but they told me, and this is what makes me think even more, inside information that led them to this. Let's go back to the Thomas Johnson situation. I read the post by the end of the day. It said that a young boy had got arrested because he had a weapon at the school. It helped me understand that there was something that happened. Now, I went back and I saw one of the posts that they first put out. It was deleted, just like the news station deleted theirs. Now, we say to ourselves, why would someone post gang-related right off the front? Now, it could be gang-related. I don't know. I asked my kids. They said they didn't know, but let's just say that it could have been gang-related. My question is why are you going to put that out right from the get-go? Do you know why? Because it drives people. It drives people insane. There are people that are out there that don't even know TJ, don't even know the situation, but they are going to jump to conclusions. Now they're going to start taking a look at what's going on. I will tell you, as long as they keep using this gang-related right from the get-go, it's going to cause people to have problems with the SROs. I think the students really like the SROs. From what I can have, from my understanding of the situation, a lot of people like the SROs. I have no problem with them because I want them to protect my children while they're at this school. But whenever you start to create this mindset that you are always going to jump to the gang-related, it's a fear tactic. And I'm not going to say it any less. Why didn't they keep it on the Facebook? You know why? Because it didn't really matter. It's irrelevant. Gang-related, all of that stuff is looked at by the court system. They'll handle that. You posting and telling people that something happened, you don't need gang-related. But if I was a superintendent, I would have a problem with that. You know why? Because they need to stop it. They are trying to make the schools look like they're thugs, like there's problems at that school. Now, I'll tell you, the same situation could have happened at any of the other schools, besides probably Frederick High. But one of the other schools, the same situation could have happened with a knife, 2 students, and it would have never been posted about gang-related. But because that school and where its location and its history, we automatically throw it out there. Just like the Jayon situation, throw it out there. I had a whole conversation with WFMD. It was on the radio. It even was recorded. But I bet if you go back right now, it's not there. Do you know why? Because they erased it. They erase every time that I've ever questioned why do someone put gang-related. Every time they do gang-related, within a couple of minutes, 30 minutes to an hour, it's erased. But what's the reason for it? Why do you jump to that? I want somebody to tell me, why do they keep posting gang-related in situations and they don't know exactly what all the details are? Could be, might not. Either way, it doesn't really matter. What it's doing is it's starting to make our school systems look like they are bad. Like there's bad kids running around. Are there kids doing mischievous things? Yes. What school doesn't? It doesn't matter what school you're at. There's always going to be kids that are going to have troubles. Do you know why? Because a lot of these kids have been through trauma. A lot of these kids have been in situations. Some of them have parents that have not so good lives, and they've been taught incorrect, maladaptive thought patterns, maladaptive behaviors. And that's the reason why we get to these situations. We need to become proactive instead of reactive. Don't get me wrong, it's nice that the SROs jumped into this with the taser, calmed it all down. Nobody got hurt. But what if we went proactive as a school district, as a community, where we don't have to sit there? That's the reason why I like those places like I Believe in Me, because they're doing it the right way. They're going deep, and they're going to try to figure out how to stop this problem before it gets into those crowded hallways or a kid has to end up in jail. That's just my opinion. It's David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor. Just telling you a little piece of my mind. Take it easy. Bye.